on the colonies and all the three different types of colonies there were. Now I want to talk about some of the industries they had, okay, JJ and Mike? So Mike, can you think of something that the New England did up in the New England colonies they did? Out of here, these choices? Did they farm? Were they fishermen?
Yes.
So the New England colonies were fishermen?
Yeah.
Good. Can you think of one other thing, JJ, they did in the New England colonies? They fished and they
build ships.
Built ships. Very good. Good. So now, JJ, can you think of something they did in the middle counties in New York? They called it bread.
Wheat.
Okay, they had wheat there. Very good.
Yummy.
Anything else up here that they might have in the middle counties? Might have cows because they farmed. Very good.
Yummy.
Now, in the southern counties, they said they had many of these.
Religion.
Well, they went there for religious freedoms, but they were growing what? Do you see anything on the board?
Rice.
Okay.
I think that was rice.
And one other thing.
I can't see it back here.
If you come back up here a little bit quick, you can see it.
Oh yeah.
Mike, you know what they grow in the South?
Corn.
They do grow corn.
What's that other thing with her?
Tobacco.
Tobacco, very good.
Yep.
So these are how they were different, the three different sections of the counties. Now let's go over what they wore back then.
Dumb stuff.
Do you see what they wore, Mike?
It was pilgrims.
Pilgrims, very
Yeah,
good,
I hope so.
JJ. Okay, you see how they had a ruff on their shirt?
Yeah.
He had a big hat.
A top hat. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's look at, he had
Shiny.
long cuffs. Okay, now do you see his pants? Are his pants like mine?
Hell no.
No, what are his pants like?
You wish they were.
They're kind of tucked in with socks over it, right, Mike?
Yep.
Okay. Now let's look at what the women wore. JJ, do you see what the women wore?
Yeah.
What did they wear?
I don't know what clothes they wear. And all I know that blouse is white though.
Yes, okay. So they had a big, thick dress on. Now, do the women in our class have these clothes on?
Battle coat.
Or are they a lot different?
A lot different.
How about let's compare these kids to you guys. You see how these kids, they have vests on with white poofy shirts, big hats. The girls had aprons on and cardigans. Is that how the girls dress nowadays?
No.
So it's a lot different today from then, right? A lot of many differences, yes? Would you agree, Mike?
By my house.
Yeah.
I see hot ones. Hell yeah, I do, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I know some too.
So let's look at different jobs that people had back then, Mike.
Hell yeah, I know some.
Okay, so let's look at these jobs. There were what? What are these people doing? Musicians?
Yeah.
What about these guys? They were what?
I can see it. You're blocking me. Clockmakers.
Clockmakers. What is that guy doing? Making a hat. Very good.
Hatters or whatever.
Okay, let's scroll down a little bit.
Tanner.
Do you know what a tanner is, Mike?
No.
You know how back then people had like leather jackets and hides? So they would color them because they would have to prepare the leather from an animal to do that. So that's a certain job. Now we have this job nowadays, don't we? What is this job?
Cuts hair.
Cuts hair. Very good. You get your hair cut by a barber?
Haircut. I'm letting it run.
They got wheelwrights. Now, do you know what a blacksmith is? By Mr.
He
Ethan.
makes guns.
Guns, meddling. And what
That's
else
how
does he
I
do?
It was. It was
He's
in
a
my book.
blacksmith
It was
and
gun-
yes, you're
Yeah,
right.
Remember?
Yeah.
I said something about
What
that.
else does he make? He's a blacksmith and a...
Compass.
Ooh, do you want to go to the dentist that makes guns and he's a bang out your tooth?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Not me.
Now, what is this guy doing? He's called a tailor. Do you know what he's doing?
I don't know.
He's fixing clothes or making clothes. So all those big poofy clothes they had, he would have to adjust them to you individually versus you going to a store and buying, having hundreds of clothes. Okay? Now let's go over the 13 colonies one last time. So do we know what this one is right there?
New York.
New York, very good. So let's find New York. Right there.
Everybody knows what New York
Okay.
looks like.
Do you know where Georgia is?
No.
Mike,
Georgia.
do you know where Georgia goes? No? Okay, we'll come back. How about
I know
Massachusetts?
I don't know where it is.
Where does it go? Here or here?
Like her.
Up, right there. Very good. And see how it went up to here to Maine? Because there wasn't a Maine then. Massachusetts stretched up. So now where's New Jersey go? Where does New Jersey go? To go over here, or is it over here?
Like the small,
Very good. Now Pennsylvania goes where?
Move.
Literally, it's a sister.
Right underneath New York, I just don't know where the box is.
Very good. I like
Okay,
it.
okay, I see.
Do you know what this one right here is? It's between New York, Massachusetts. Mike, you said it before. Do you know what this state is right there? It's a county.
Georgia, New Hampshire.
Very good, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. I said down.
Yeah.
New Hampshire.
Now, what is below Massachusetts? You guys know what's below Massachusetts?
Same thing.
Delaware.
Look, you got Delaware, Virginia, Connecticut.
Well, it is now.
Connecticut, and it was back then. Now, between Connecticut and Massachusetts is a small little state. You know what that state's called, or colony?
Virginia.
Rhode
Island.
Island. Very good, Mike.
What?
Okay.
Island.
So let's go down south. The bottom state would be what? Georgia or Delaware?
Georgia.
North Carolina and South Carolina.
Very good. Now those are about.
Georgia.
Who's first? Who's on the bottom? Is it South Carolina here or South Carolina there?
South.
Right there. Very good. And North Carolina then goes here.
Yep.
And above it would be what? Virginia or Delaware?
Delaware.
Virginia. Good job, JJ. Then if we go over here, we have two states left.
Maryland.
Maryland and Delaware. So you're saying Maryland goes
And Delaware.
there, and then the small little state would be Delaware. Now, back then, were they called states, or what were they called?
Counties.
Colonies. Very good. And how many of them were there?
13.
13 original colonies. Very good.